Guys, welcome to the patio. I would say new and improved patio, but it looks like the same to all of y'all, but I promise you it's new and improved and will be as soon as we get a little more time in here. But it's a holiday. Father Fortenberry told us before we went on air, it's Robert Burns Day.
Robert Burns
Then
Day.
Tomorrow, it's my birthing day.
Oh, nice.
Your birthing day?
My birthing day. It's the day I was birthed.
Heck yeah.
Look, Texas gave the United States a big middle finger and said, give me back my razor wire. We got Amish people who got the the Memphis treatment in Pennsylvania. The world is crazy.
Yo!
But I tell you, there's not any crazier than Gary.
Hey, guys. I'm crazy.
That's crazy, Gary. He has his crazy hot deals.
He's wild and crazy, Gary.
Me and Reptar are feeling cheerful today. Not crazy, cheerful.
Reptar.
Yeah, Reptar.
All right,
You know who
turn it this way
Reptar
so I
is?
can see.
There's Reptar.
Yeah, show it to me. Like really show it so I can see what it is.
It's Reptar.
Oh, Reptar.
From Rugrats.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I'm old, man. I'm old. It's my birthday. I'm 28.
Oh, my God.
Gosh, damn, you ain't that old.
Tomorrow.
Jeez.
There's Marty.
What's up, y'all?
Angry Marty. We'll call him Angry Marty.
I got my truck back today
That's what Reptar
How'd that
looks
go
like
for
angry.
you?
after 5 weeks.
And that must have cost you like $12,000.
Did you have it in an obedience class or something?
I had a damn extended warranty. It took me 5 weeks to get a damn transmission, a $30 transmission.
That was the extended part.
It was the extended shop warranty. Stay in the shop.
Yeah, I ain't too happy right
Oh,
now.
it's an extended stay is what it is.
Just so y'all know, the studio looks better than this. Marty broke a bunch of crap before we went on air over his truck.
He was throwing
He hides his anger well, though,
Yeah,
don't he?
he's the most benign, angry, destructive person that we know. We're going to come back to his truck here in a few minutes because I got a feeling.
So's that shop.
I got a feeling. Yeah, we're going to say really angry. I got a feeling that they didn't fix it like they should have. But then we got Father Fortenberry. He's a wild and crazy
Hey,
guy.
let me say this right quick before we get back to Marty and him destroying everything. Something that we failed to mention the other day. So last Saturday, our friends at Duck Dog Mafia Clothing teamed up with Hunting for the Cure.
Mm-hmm.
They took a group of kids out, did a pheasant hunt, and by all the pictures that Gary has posted, it was a complete success.
It looks as though, yeah.
different Gary, not this Gary.
No, not this Gary, not this Gary. The Gary with Duck Dog Mafia Clothing.
The pictures I post, you can't see.
True, good point. But I would just like to say, anybody out there looking for some more different brand, something you don't normally wear, check out their stuff. But kudos to Gary. Look like a lot of people involved making this work. And man, he just posted posted it. I just saw some hats that he made. The hats he made for the kids, they were nice.
They
had his logo on front. Then on the side, it had the Hunting for the Cure logo.
That was pretty cool.
Of course, they were bright orange, but
Yeah, blaze orange.
yeah, they were good looking hats. He needs to sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy one of them too. Get my collection going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start off with right now. We're going to let Marty stew a little bit, and we'll come back to him before the night's over with. But this is, I would consider the most, maybe this needs to be a new section of our repertoire, the most Memphis story in the news today. You know, we had a snowstorm here last week, folks, and Jim Cantori, famous weatherman.
Who is that? I've never heard of. Everybody
He's
tell
the
me.
bald guy that shows up where the hurricanes are. Well, he was in Memphis.
That's me.
You don't show up
I
where
was
the
blowing
hurricanes
him all over the place.
Yeah. Well,
And
no,
then-
he's on stout.
And then people were just walking around.
Yeah, that's it.
It's that
He
guy.
always shows up in bad weather. He's been to Memphis a couple times for tornado. Well, he's in Memphis for a snowstorm. And turns out they broke into his car the night before. Then they broke into, which they break into cars every night.
Yeah.
But this right here has to be the most Memphis story, but it didn't occur in Memphis. Amish horse and buggy stolen from Walmart parking lot while the family shopped. An Amish family. See, the God probably did that.
Why are they in Walmart?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
I don't
I
believe they're supposed to be in
confused.
Walmart. An Amish family had their horse and buggy stolen while they shopped at a Michigan Walmart. The theft took place on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. in the town of Sturgis, Michigan, 95 miles south of Grand Rapids near the Indiana border. When the Sturgis Department of Public Safety were called to the Walmart to report a stolen Amish buggy and horse from the establishment. A truck driver parked in the lot had seen a female steal the buggy. He gave police a description. It was a female. As it turns out, police had already made contact with the 31-year-old suspect earlier in the day at the same Walmart, though officials did not elaborate on why they had spoken to her. They eventually found the buggy later that same evening and were able to find the unnamed suspect at a nearby motel where she was arrested.
Did they knock the windows out?
There's a high-speed pursuit.
Did she spin out when she stole it?
Man, what was it like OJ? They had one Bronco.
They didn't have a horse
Oh,
lock.
that's a good one.
They had a single Bronco.
Yeah,
That's a
they
good one.
didn't have a horse lock.
Do they have like the club for the horse and carriage?
Is that a club-footed horse?
You would think it'd be like a bicycle chain. You know how they wrap that leash around the
Oh, the kryptonite
Rope.
cable.
the kryptonite cable.
Yeah.
You
I
tie
ain't saying that.
the horse's
Yeah, it's got the
shoelaces together.
combination.
Yeah,
Oh, I never heard it
like a
called
bicycle.
kryptonite cable.
No, you've never been on bicycle. No, we've been on bicycle.
Yeah,
at
I've been
least
on a
once.
bicycle.
Yeah, I got cramps really bad that night.
I'm 42, Terry. I've been on a bicycle before.
Well, you never know.
So they stole homeboys.
Ride.
It's like Amish paradise.
It's probably it was,
So here's what I envision because there's no
it was
picture.
Amished out.
All right, you can't tell me these folks didn't think, why is there a crackhead riding a buggy and a horse and buggy through my hood? Truck driver said it looked kind of strange.
Yeah.
As it was going on.
I would think the whole thing looks strange, just a horse and buggy.
Look, if we had a horse and buggy pull up at our Walmart, we
Oh,
would
it gets
consider
stolen.
that odd.
Oh, I consider that stolen too.
Yeah, it gets stolen.
It'd be spray painted, stolen.
means they
It probably
rode a
had the
long
wheels.
way.
No, they'd steal the horse, the wheels, and the radio out of it and leave the buggy sitting there.
Well, I got a story that just occurred. Shout out to my boy Mitch, baseball coach.
Oh,
Baseball Mitch.
Yeah,
he
baseball.
pointed over there. I thought he was in the room with us.
He may be that way, but I'll point that way. Shout out to my boy
He
Mitch.
stuck in.
We were talking about stolen vehicles the other day in Memphis, and like the day before, he said that his girlfriend went to the West Memphis Walmart, and you can order the groceries and they bring them out to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm aware.
And they forgot something, so she went inside to
Left
go
her car
get-
running.
I guess leave her car running. She came back
Wow.
out, and there were people in her car taking the groceries out, saying, "Oh, I thought this was my car."
What'd
She
she
said,
do?
"Get out of my car!"
So they're taking it out.
They were taking the groceries out of her car.
Well, at least they didn't take the car and the groceries.
And then they started walking to other cars saying, "Oh, this may be our car," and they were just checking locks, see if anything was unlocked.
Maybe they were just being, they want people to be safe, make sure their locks are on.
Probably,
They probably did.
Yeah, that's
It
good
happens in our
Samaritans. That's
neighborhood
good
all the time.
Samaritans.
yeah. That's they're Samaritizing.
Look, there's one day I had this dude come up and ask me for some spare change, and I was drunk, so I was like, sure, why not?
No way.
Yeah, I know you're stunned. So I was like, why not? Give the man some change. So I handed him a handful of bills or whatever, some change, whatever. He stuck it in his pocket and he pulled his hand out. A crack pipe fell out, and I looked at him. He looked at me. I looked at him. He looked at me, and he looked down. He said, "I better get that before a kid finds it."
Safety first.
I was like, you know what? That's a good way to be.
Yeah, safety first.
Kids first, man. Kids first.
Y'all had a moment.
It's for the kids.
It's always for the kids.
For the kids.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Speaking of kids,
Gotta love Memphis.
this has nothing to do with kids, but it's a good intro. Speaking of kids, Texas says the Supreme Court has ruled that the Texas must take down the razor wire and allow the Border Patrol in to do their job. And Texas says, no, hold up.
Wait a minute.
You're not coming in. You're not coming in. Isn't this civil war? If they are basically saying we're not going to do.
I think it's the response of the federal government now to see what it actually is. Will they just ignore that the state's doing their own thing, or are they going to do something? They're going to up the game now
Texas has put the ball back in the federal government's court.
by bringing more razor wire when they said
Yep.
take
So
it
listen,
down.
if civil war does pop off, what do you want your role to be, Gary?
My role?
Yeah, you gonna be like a drummer boy?
No.
Gary would be like the guy that goes around and acts homeless, and he infiltrates the other side and steals their stuff.
I could do that.
He could. You know what? He is the. Clearly, I don't sound like somebody from California or.
But Gary has that look. He's not threatening.
I'm
He
not
has that
threatening.
non-threatening look.
I'll bring my Reptar flask with me.
He's just not threatening. Period.
But yeah, I can find stuff worth stuff.
They'd
you
be
know?
like, y'all want a drink and steal all your shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, are we creeping towards civil war? And I know it's a hot topic right now, but it's really kind of hard to ignore.
Donald Trump beat the establishment person. Now, she did pretty well.
No, she didn't.
Well, she did.
No.
Compared to.
She thought she did.
She thought she did.
What she lived by like 9.
Look, I
10
thought she was going
points?
to get 0.
She
got
did,
like
she did
40
well
or
because
something.
70% of her
Exactly.
voters were undeclared voters, which was Democrats.
Democrat.
Or excuse me, I
Hey,
quoted wrong.
Now,
Undeclared.
here's a stat I read.
They were
right
factually Democrats.
right before we went on there. So we know 70% of her voters were Democrats. Right?
No, undeclared.
Undeclared.
They were
Yes.
Democrats.
Yeah.
But only 43% of those voters said they wouldn't vote for Trump.
Yeah.
The math don't what math. The math's not mathing. It's
not math.
Okay,
It's not math
So
math.
that means Biden's got a big problem because part of those people that came in just to vote for Nikki did not say they would not vote for Trump.
Well, then you thought, well, that's part of the problem because there are people who would rather have her than Trump.
Well, yeah, because she's a warmonger.
Most establishment people. would.
Yeah, but push come to shove, they'd rather have Trump over Biden. And how could you not?
I would rather have Kamala over Biden.
Who would
Joe
you,
in the hoe.
who would you not rather have above Biden? Who would you like? Oh, I got to vote for Biden over this guy.
Bernie Sanders.
Oh, I'd vote for Bernie Sanders. Over,
I think-
I'd vote for
Well, he
for
would
Sanders.
get nothing done, would he? So it'd be lockup.
Look,
it'd be a stalemate.
I've said this about Bernie for years. I disagree with his politics, but I do respect the fact that he is honest about what he wants to do.
I'm gonna tell you who ought to blow your mind. Y'all know the big ogre that the Pennsylvania ogre.
Dude, he's almost flipped right.
He
This
did.
dude said we've got to protect our borders.
Yes.
And what's wrong with him trying to keep out illegals? That his wife's and her family are migrants, but they did it right. And
Now the left's going to say, oh, he's got brain damage.
and he
Yeah.
put together a full sentence. He even sounded like he knew what he was saying. The world we know it today is turned up.
Fetterman, right?
Fetterman.
Fetterman.
Yep,
That's
John
it.
Fetterman.
Yep.
But, going back to the election thing, Gary brings up a good point. I really do. I'm curious. Who would you vote if you had to, if there was somebody to be a worse candidate than Biden?
It's tough.
Hillary? I would vote for Biden
I'd
before I
vote-
voted
I'd
Hillary.
vote for Hillary.
I'd
over
vote for
Biden.
Hillary over.
Would you
Biden.
really?
Yes, Michelle Obama. I'd vote for Big
Big Mike? Oh,
over,
yeah.
Over. I'd vote for Big Mike over Biden.
I don't
Man,
know.
Big Mike be the first transformer.
Oh, hold on.
That's a great lead.
right, here we
You
go.
said it too early though. From a next
anyone from the squad. Anyone from
Okay.
the squad.
Oh, I'd have ALC in there.
I'd Biden over AOC
Boy, I'd take ALC just
for so I can look at her. I guess.
yeah.
See her more. I guess.
Boy, that's tough right there.
I would take any.
That's tough.
And there would be some great audio clips.
oh
yeah.
she's full of them right
She's-
now.
Yeah.
There's the reason Nikki Haley lost is because the racist white men of the Republican Party. Yeah,
Is
nobody.
that what
likes,
ALC said?
Yeah, nobody likes her. Nobody likes Nikki Haley now.
I can't imagine how she was even elected governor.
Well,
to
here's
begin
what
with.
they're worried. They're warning her. They said you can't continue this to South Carolina because when he beats you in your home state,
You're done.
you're done, and he will smoke her in South Carolina.
I think you will.
Well, the farther south he goes and the farther Midwest he goes, the bit larger
the
margin.
deal
of victory
is her
he'll have.
political career is on the line now.
yeah. The closer to
Yeah.
Florida she gets, it's gonna be worse.
Well, I mean, so Iowa doesn't count because I was a caucus.
Caucus.
But New Hampshire is the first primary. But New Hampshire, I mean, even the Republicans are still liberal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't expect. I expect her to do better in the.
And they came out. They came out for Trump. They did.
Yeah.
Carrie Lake, who is
yeah.
now running for Senate, I believe.
Yes.
So it came out earlier this week. She had a tape of the Arizona Republican Party chair trying to bribe her to drop out of elections. I really don't know why, but he now claims he was blackmailed into resigning over bribery tape and says resigned Arizona Republican Party chair should apologize. Wait a minute. Over false claims, he was blackmailed into resigning over bribery tapes.
I can tell you the exact reason why they're wanting her to disappear for a couple of years, because she's anti-establishment.
Yeah.
They don't want anybody who's going to be on board with Trump. You can't get Trump out if he has allies.
the right and left are all the same.
They are, but you know
all the
what's,
same.
and I hate to say this because I'm not a MAGA guy. The right and left are the same people. The MAGA is not.
No, they're different.
They're a different group.
Yeah,
They're not establishment.
no.
You notice what I have noticed? He is not using MAGA nearly as much as he did.
No, because it kind of turned.
it became a negative term,
Yeah.
become a term associated with.
Which
I almost said homosexuality, and that has nothing to do with it. I don't even know how that popped in my head, but with white supremacy.
That's another 4-letter word.
Yeah. We missed a great intro to the next story.
My bad. I didn't. I got them all stacked up.
No, you had a great one, and it had something to do with Big Mike.
Big
I think
Mike.
it was. But golf, the world of golf, the first trans golfer, and I lost my story. I believe he was trans. There he is.
That'd be a transgender, not trans golfer. That'd be a golfer
Haley
doing something else.
Davidson. This mug looks like a dude. for real.
Harley Davidson.
Well, because it is a dude. You sound like a dude.
Let me see what happened here.
She sounds hideous.
he's a dude that's playing.
He's on the NXXT tour, and he won an event, right? He with a win at the NXXT Women's Classic at Howey in the Hills, Florida.
But the glorious part of this whole story is our hero John Daly. What he had to say. Just like John Daly.
Yes, thank you, John Daly.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. What?
The pride
I don't
of
even know if
Arkansas.
we can say those. Say what he said.
I'll say it.
Air. Okay.
He said, if I slapped a skirt on myself, I'd win 100 tournaments. And this dude's as feminine as a F-150.
Yeah,
Yeah. You left off the other part that I was afraid to say.
Yeah.
But there you go. You said it
you're
quite
right.
well.
I did.
You did good.
I didn't accidentally. I accidentally left it off. I
But
thought it out
where
there
does it stop? So now a professional golfer, how many people that have been working hard to try to get the PGA Tour goes, hold up, I probably don't even have to go through anything. I can declare that I identify as the opposite sex. And then,
Well, yeah, that's all you have to.
That's all you
Clearly,
have
that's
to do.
all you're trying to do.
And all this guy is doing is stealing money from women.
they're now trying to say that they're going to require testosterone tests. So I guess as long as the level of testosterone is low. Look, most of the people in this room probably have low testosterone right now. Yeah. So we probably
I would qualify, but I'd take an ass beating.
I'm not beating
We
it.
still lose.
We could scramble. The four of us could do a scramble best ball and still lose to one of these chicks,
don't even know.
especially that one that
We may not even
that fake
outdry
one.
them. I don't know.
I know.
I'll be like Cat Williams. My at a golf course, my pronouns are they, them, she, whatever it takes to get me.
Look,
up
I
there.
mean, me and Terry spent an entire summer playing for the women's tees.
Yeah, y'all didn't know that, but we did, and it was so much fun.
It
wasn't
was.
It was so less stressful.
Y'all felt better about
And you know,
yourself.
did.
people only kind of looked at us funny when we do that. Now we would play from the like old folks tees on the par 3.
You didn't want to be too close.
But that's fine. You're not playing for money. You're not taking away from somebody else.
No,
Just out
we
there having
actually
fun.
found an article. Jamie found an article.
I was just going to bring up that article.
And it outlined that how far you hit a 5-iron, I think it was, determines which tees you should play from. And it was clear that we were playing from the correct tees based on our length.
Basically, the gist of it was, if you're golf like us, you should be playing for the tips, obviously.
Yeah, well, I don't like playing from the tips.
Yeah, like I can't even hit a five iron.
Is that if you can't hit a 5-iron, you play you drive from the putting green.
You know, apparently Marty's truck and the golf course is the only place you see these anger issues show up. This anger. This
Well, that
deep
day
down.
he accosted Andy.
Did you take off your shoes? when
Oh,
you
y'all
got the
went with
dealership?
us. Julian was with me when he threw his wedge into the lake.
Well, I was there when he threw his driver in the woods.
I was there too for that. Me and Jamie were teammates.
Yeah, most of the time it's my clubs.
Yeah, that's right. You'd went on down the way when he grabbed Andy's.
Y'all were in a different hole.
Yes.
Yeah, and he grabbed Andy's driver, his new special driver, and threw it in the woods.
Yeah. Usually I throw my clubs.
We never found
Well, Andy
it.
cut it down. He thought he was like remember Dorf, the little dude that was on his knees.
Yeah, he cut it, and he like cut it down, went like extra stiff on the shaft or something goofy.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
But back on the golf thing, I mean, there is a significant difference between a man and woman on the golf course. Significant. If it wasn't, they wouldn't be able to drive 100 yards in front of
And
them.
look, I've seen plenty of women that are quite good at golf.
This isn't a.
But on a professional level,
Yes, but
huge
they're not.
difference.
They're not playing men.
And that's one of the differences with golf, though. If you move in from the driver, there's no difference between men and women.
Yeah.
But if you sit there and the driver is the difference. Outside of the driver, men and women are the same golfers to me. But there's a huge difference in distance.
You know, typically women are better putters and better around the green. Their short game's solid, normally solid.
It's like WBA. They got skills. You know,
they got skills.
They actually have skills, you know.
Now that we're talking about sports, why is almost no team interested in Bill Belichick? That's the headline here.
because he's
And
old.
it's a good point.
He's a defensive coach.
Gary thought he was going to be at Atlanta.
But why would
excited.
Atlanta want him? Would you with those weapons? Wouldn't you want an offensive coach?
I'm just glad we got rid of our old coach, old
was
Smith.
terrible.
He was terrible. Or Arthur
Well,
Smith.
he needed the money, man.
He needed to get. No, he did not need the money. He's FedEx boy.
Man, you know how tight FedEx money is?
It's not that tight.
Did y'all hear that?
What?
What? I ain't hear nothing. Marty's hearing stuff.
He's so mad.
He's so mad. He's now hearing people talk.
The lizard talk to you?
It was rocking,
Oh,
and I kept hearing something.
no.
It's your truck.
It's your truck revving up.
It's your transmission.
Don't
Making
turn,
noise.
don't turn the steering
Who
wheel.
does
So is
go-
Belichick done? Is he retiring?
Yeah, he needs to. I mean, this is actually look bad. He should have retired. He had the chance to walk away.
Do you think this embarrasses him and possibly
Nah.
gets him out of the Hall of Fame for getting
No.
turned
No,
into a
he'll go in the Hall of
Falcons?
Fame, but he shouldn't.
Embarrassing.
Oh, he's going to Hall of Fame.
He's pretty old.
He
Well, he's
will.
probably
Yeah.
70 something. I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
he needs to retire.
Who's that?
Belichick.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and get Joe Biden. Go after Joe Biden for y'all's coach.
So who's had a more impressive career? You ready?
He's 71.
You ready?
Yeah.
Bill Belichick or Mike Tomlin?
Oh, it's going to be Belichick.
Yeah, the best career.
Yeah, it's clear.
yeah.
It's clearly Belichick.
Just because of the Super Bowls, right?
The
Well,
most
yeah, I mean,
achievements.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
But Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record. Ever.
Okay.
And you've seen the Steelers?
I've
team?
never had a losing
I
record
love
either.
him,
He,
but
he got
I
through
do
the.
too. He's been
he
one of my
got through
favorite
the
coaches.
It looks at.
Ben Roethlisberger.
I've
years.
never had a losing record as an NFL coach. Does that put me
Hey,
above
let me tell
Belichick?
you,
You were never an NFL
Let
coach.
me tell you a coach you probably haven't heard of that's about to do something pretty damn impressive.
Sam Pittman.
Todd Monken. You ever heard of Todd Monken?
I've heard of him. Who's he coached for?
Is that Sidney Moncrief, your cousin?
Well, he's the offensive coordinator for Baltimore. And if they make it to and win the Super Bowl this year, last year he coached offensive coordinator for Georgia, who won the national title. The year before, he was the offensive coordinator for Georgia, won the national title. If Baltimore wins Super Bowl, he will have won 2 national titles Super Bowl in 3 straight years.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty stinking solid. He got to be a head coach somewhere if he wants to be.
Not to mention Baltimore's offense is pretty good this year. A little bit better than last year.
I would say he's been able to utilize the skill set there better than most.
Yeah.
He has, and plus, and I'm not knocking by any means, but they have such a good defense. It really makes your job easier.
It does.
You know, that's not a shot at their offense. It's just, let's be honest, it's easier.
But they've also had some obstacles to overcome. They lost 2 running backs.
Like
this
you
year.
using the word obstacle.
Obstacles. I had to jump over the.
Up testicles.
I had to jump over the testicles.
It's kind of like
You probably landed on them testicles.
Marty's transmission. It's just an obstacle.
Yeah, but
all right, that's enough on my damn. I got more problems now. My damn steering's messed up.
Hold up. All right, good. Because I got a really good story here. in a
Just
minute.
so-
We've goaded him now, and he's going to tell
Your
about the rest
steering
of
is
the
messed
truck.
up.
Okay, I had to look it up.
you gotta look it up.
What did your truck send you a message?
No, I took a damn picture of it.
They added AI to his phone, his truck, and now it sends him
I get in the truck.
updates.
It says steering assist is reduced. Drive with care. When I got on the highway, when I left that,
That
place,
sounds like something that.
All right, so anybody listening out here, all 3 of you,
Hit the like button first.
you hit the like button. And what is the steering assist?
I have no idea. I've never seen it pop up.
So you got in it to pick it up at the dealership,
Yes,
and that's what pops up.
it pops up. So I'm already damn mad. And I get in it. I just see how fast the damn thing will go in the rain.
You sure you just try to rip the steering wheel off and it's got the steering all jacked up?
No,
So was there any slack in the steering or anything?
ain't no slack in no steering.
So steering seems
Probably a
fine.
damn sensor, but they messed it up.
No, it turns your steering assist off. I wonder if that's for like weak people.
Well, it may be for drunk people.
I wonder if I can get that added to my aftermarket.
Gosh damn, I'm gonna have to leave it here.
What was the car's name from Knight Rider that talked?
Kit.
I'm just imagining
Marty's truck's called shit.
Yeah.
No shit. No shit. Look, hold it. Can y'all see this?
Here, Marty, let me get you up front and center.
Yeah. Can you see that? Can someone help him with it? But
He's got a glare. What am I looking at?
yeah, I was
Oh,
thinking.
that's your message board. Okay.
Yeah, the truck texted him just now. Said,
Action
quit saying
required.
bad things
Yeah,
about me.
when y'all said it was
Okay,
texting
that's
me, it
enough
made me
about
think
my
of,
truck.
think of Kit. He
We
said,
can move on.
if he could talk and say,
What you got on this?
help me, Marty.
All right, I got to. Hey, that truck's been out there since December 15th and said, Daddy. All right, so look, this story right here, I probably should say to Donnie got here, but we got to talk about it. Because this one's going to be one of those moral discussions. And either everybody's going to be on the same side, but it's all in the headlines, okay? Intended parents. The parents demand that surrogate terminate healthy pregnancy, but she decided to have the baby anyway. So there was parents that decided to have a child through surrogacy,
Okay.
and they had it all set up. She become pregnant as per the contract.
Mm-hmm.
They decided somewhere along the way, for some reason, they wanted to terminate the healthy pregnancy, but the surrogate decided to have the baby anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So
I don't see the problem yet.
I feel like
Whose baby is it?
I feel like
Well, they terminated. They don't want it.
So they terminated the contract?
Yes, I mean that's clearly not the child. They clearly don't want the child. So clearly, if the surrogate want to keep it, it's the surrogates.
if this okay, so let's say the surrogate doesn't want to keep it, but has the baby because they believe in no abortion.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So
I
what
guess
do we do now,
she
Jamie?
decided
Give the
to keep
baby
it
up for
now.
adoption.
Do you think they would have to? I think the parents, the parents that wanted the baby, they would have to sign something, of course, saying that they would give up their rights. They have to do that first.
But okay, so I would think if you terminate the contract, you've already made that null and void. So, which means that if
Yeah, I guess so.
if you choose to keep the baby because you do not believe in abortion, which is fine, I back you.
Yeah.
But you also don't want the baby, then it is your baby to give away.
I hate it. Sounds like we're having an object here, but I do agree. The surrogate was doing a service.
But we all
trying to
got
help
kids.
somebody.
We all got kids or objects. It's okay.
They move and talk and stuff.
Yeah, they're expensive objects.
Yes, but yeah, I do agree. I guess you.
Well, let me add a little something to it.
oh, geez.
So they attempted to implant 2 embryos into the surrogate.
Mm-hmm.
Only one took. And they were a little disappointed by that. This part right here upsets me. Then COVID hit. So this is before COVID. And
Okay.
this is the letter that they wrote to the surrogate. So she reads this letter. Healthy R, which is the one that handled all this. We are so sorry, but you know this virus is getting pretty bad. And we just think it'd be best for you to have a termination at this point. And we will try again when the virus is over with. And we'd be happy to work with you again.
It's too late.
It's that's right.
Yeah, you can't unring that bell.
No, you can't. It's
No.
done been wrong.
So I still feel like they're
And their reason is sad.
And that was the reason because of COVID.
Yep.
It just doesn't make sense.
so that was their excuse was COVID.
Yeah.
So I would
You want to
say
guess their political affiliation based on the...
But I also
staunch Republicans,
Yeah, I'm sure.
but I also think,
MAGA. Probably MAGA.
probably bagging Republicans.
I also think that they can no longer be legally allowed to have a surrogate.
Oh, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, if you're a surrogate, why would you even want to mess with them?
Well, yeah, I think that should go down in some type of record that they've tried to terminate one surrogacy before because of COVID.
The way it
Well, the
sounded,
baby
they
ended
said-
up being born, never got the virus or anything. And this freaking dad continued to send messages to the OB about how bad COVID is with all these clippings about what it's doing to babies, this, that, the other.
COVID didn't do a whole lot to babies, from my understanding.
Then
It
they,
wasn't COVID.
Now, Benjamin Button would
this
have been
takes
screwed.
a twist, folks. When the time came to give birth, the couple flew out to her home state of Ohio to pick up their baby. Although the intended mom had expressed wanting to be in the living room, she ended up changing her mind and decided to stay in the waiting room. After they delivered the baby boy, she said that the parents changed their tune. Wow.
That they wanted the baby.
They
now?
wanted it. Yep.
All right, so this is a little bit tougher because now they want the baby. You know, it made me think of what is that? When you go postmortem and
Postpartum.
Pardon.
when you the mother sort of does not.
She ended up
want
giving them the baby in the
did.
end. They should make a movie about this.
They should.
I went through so many emotions just reading it.
I did.
So
That's
now
crazy.
I'm
not happy for the baby though.
I'm not either, but
I'm happy the baby's got parents, but not those parents.
yeah.
No, they were just scared. They were scared, trying to do what they thought was best, and they were wrong. This is what happened to a lot of people.
So
in COVID.
yeah, I mean, I didn't look during COVID. I never thought about murdering my child.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You did. Yes, you did.
Well, that's just because we had cabin fever.
Yeah, but
Look, I did. I was still going to work. Now my wife.
wow, that just blew my mind when I got to the end of that. That's not how I thought that story. I should have read it first. I might have had a tear in my eye or some bourbon or something. But
So
still, that's pretty
I need a button for that.
cool.
I hope for the child's sake that none of this comes back up and the child finds out about it.
Yeah.
I hope the child does.
I hope it. He
What a
doesn't.
story! No, but look, when people let's think about that for a minute. When you look back on COVID, everybody's going to have their own stories. Everybody's going to remember the COVID year or two, whatever they call it. Our COVID year was a little bit shorter than most. We kind of went back to normal way early.
Yeah.
But I would expect where these people were, they continued to wear masks and remain locked indoors for a lot longer. And so, people are going to look back on 2020 and go, where were you during COVID? Our kids are going to remember
Yeah.
the spring break that never ended.
This is. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's their 9/11.
I don't know if that's 9/11.
Oh,
It's a life. It's a lot. It's not 9/11 like. It's a 9/11. Something really bad happened to the country, Jamie.
No, it didn't.
It changed our country.
it did change our country.
It changed the country, but
I
nothing
agree with
bad
you.
happened. We had
A lot of people died.
A lot of people died.
a lot of people die every day.
I agree.
I mean, more people die from diabetes than COVID.
That Sugarfoot to get you.
That Sugarfoot's tough.
I think I'm on Jamie on this one. I think it was people were dying and they were just saying they were dying from COVID.
I agree with that. That
Yeah,
did
I don't
occur.
disagree, but the mental anguish we put our children through, and actually everybody.
Yeah, but look,
I went to work every day.
to claim,
too.
but to
Yeah,
claim
I
something
didn't
was
miss
bad
that.
that happened to the country is misrepresenting it. It was something bad that was put on the country by our government.
By our own country.
by China.
JP.
China,
I
China
have-
didn't make us make piss poor
I
decisions.
have
That's right.
a great story, and I need to get it. I'm not going to share it tonight. I'll wait till next week because I want to make sure I can put the video. I got to see the video. I got to tell you what it is. It's about another leak from the Wuhan lab, but it'll
Oh, I
blow
already
your-
saw
you
that.
saw the mouse, the mouse that rode the person out. I'll show the video next time. Tune in.
Mouse
Next time.
wrote out.
It's 5 goes to the CDC.
That sounds.
And you can see the lady or man, he's trying to find the mouse. He knows it's not in the throat. He can't find. It's literally riding his back.
An American
It'll look
tail.
here, and the mouse goes there. This may be a genius mouse. It's probably already in the White House. It may be
That's
Joe Biden.
Ratatouille, man.
It may be Joe
He was
Biden.
sitting in somebody's hat.
But anyway, we'll show that video next.
This Ratatouille rat.
Oh, man,
that's good stuff.
Stuart Little drove out in his little car.
Oh, Stuart Little.
Isn't that what they used to call Gary Stuart Little?
No, they don't call me Stuart Little. I don't
Oh,
think so. I don't remember that nickname now.
Oh, Tyreek Hill.
They just call me Stuart Little in the locker room.
Speaking
at
of
school.
Stuart Little, Tyreek Hill, who recently got married to
Jamie Little.
an influencer, there was news out earlier this week, back in October, that he had filed for divorce from the same influencer, and he's got like 4 or 5 kids by 4 or 5 babies, mama, and they're all the same age.
That's my boy
Yeah, but
Tyreek.
then he denied it.
He's so fast.
But all you had to do was go pull up the records. It's public knowledge.
So, Jamie, I know if you were in NFL anything making that type of money, you'd probably have 18 baby mamas we know how fertile you are.
Man, That,
all at the same time.
That Jamie Formula 401, boy. Vaccine free.
So, one thing we did not talk about
What's that?
in the Buffalo Bills game, the DeMar Hamlin fake punt.
Oh yeah, I talked about it
Dude.
when it occurred.
Dude,
It's like, what is this?
I saw a video. It was
Were
like,
they just trying to get him into the game?
look, I saw a video. It was like
Yes.
it was like a little kid playing in a high school game. It said, this is the reenactment. Of it.
Everyone knew he was going to run the ball. I guess he was going to save the day.
That's what they were trying to make him, the hero.
Well, if
he
he'd have
could be-
fell out again, it would have been like, shit. Look, I have never thought of this. And then I saw a video on TikTok and I was like, okay, that is weird. The Buffalo Bills mascot.
Okay.
The Buffalo.
Yeah, so they're the Buffalo Bills. The
Yeah.
mascot's a buffalo.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It has nothing to do with the
No,
Bills.
what's a bill?
It's a Buffalo Bill.
Ryder.
The
Wild Bill Hickok.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah. So I was like, none of it makes
So
sense.
their mascot is really the name of their city.
Yes, their mascot's the name of the city.
just like Buffalo.
They don't need a mascot. They just need to be Buffalo. The Buffalo Buffaloes.
the Buffaloes.
That's what they are. Is the Buffalo Buffaloes.
Buffaloes.
Memphis could be the Memphis Mains.
Memphis Mains.
Ain't that
Yeah,
right,
that'd be
man?
more
You know,
representative.
they did try to. One of the local teams that tried to make them the Memphis Mains.
That'd be good.
Was it the
I
hockey team?
remember
Yeah, was it the
that.
hockey?
Or the soccer team.
It was a
It
soccer
was a
team.
name for the MLS team.
Why
Yeah,
not?
the Memphis
901 or
Mains.
something, right?
901 Maine.
I think you should.
And we ain't talking Maine.
The Memphis Buggy Steelers.
You should have sports teams' names make you
force
proud of
them
your
over.
culture. Is what you should have, just like the Memphis Mains.
So the auto
Like
theft.
Grizzlies, right? We inherited the name Grizzlies, and we're still the Grizzlies, but there is not a grizzly bear within at least
You know, I really
400
wish they
miles.
would have went to the Blues. The
That'd be
Memphis
good.
Blues, man. I mean,
Memphis
it's old.
Blues.
It's what was it? AFL team?
That was the Showboats. Was the AS?
St.
St. Louis
Well-
hockey teams and blue.
Yeah,
they are.
Memphis used to have a Blues too. I can't remember what it was.
And we
It was on
got
Bill Street.
and we got the,
It's the Blues Club.
We got the
Let
Houston
me get the
Oilers.
Google machine up.
We changed.
I
the
wish we would have
Oilers.
kept the Oilers.
Yeah, it made more sense than the Titans. We ain't got no Titans around here.
Well, you know that's where
Nashville does.
that's right when the movie came out.
Nashville has Titans.
We ain't got no Titans. In Tennessee.
What else y'all want to talk about? What's on your mind tonight? What else on your mind? We about done played out.
Hold on, I want to find out what this team was.
You got to find a team.
It was a minor league baseball team, the Memphis Blues, from '68 to '76.
I missed.
Oh,
Memphis
then they become the
Chicks.
Chicks.
Oh, well,
Yep.
shit,
The
I wasn't-
Chicks.
No wonder I didn't remember. I
like-
wasn't born.
But
and
that
you
would have
wasn't
been a
born.
cool. That'd have been a cool team, the Memphis Blues.
I still remember going to Memphis Chicks games.
I do too. I remember watching Bo Jackson play there.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember
the
he was there.
baseball teams from Parkin went over.
I remember seeing the.
Run the base.
Oh, we did. You're right. You are right.
I went on wrestling night or something. It was the Moon
Tim
Dogs
McCarver
or somebody
Stadium.
there.
Oh, the Moondogs.
Yeah, you
Those
remember the
were-
Moon
they were
Dogs?
great.
They were
Dude,
there.
I got a picture taken with. Did I tell you about working with one?
No.
Like,
No.
Story
Do
already.
tell.
This
Do
man
tell.
worked with a moon dog.
so, I went to
Which
go
one?
work in
Spot?
huh?
Was it Moondog Spot?
I can't remember now.
was it Bone? What was it?
I know one
Go
was
ahead, Jamie. I'm
Spot.
sorry.
Spike? No, I know Spot was one of them. Anyway, so as y'all know, I do construction work, and a local job here is a smaller project. And I show up, and
Rex. Moondog Rex.
I'm working as an electrician. I'm like, man, this dude looks so familiar. And finally I said, dude, I feel like I know you from somewhere. And he said, you know, what jobs you been on? And we're talking, and I mean, he's kind of playing stupid. And I said, wait a second. I said, were you a moon dog? He said, you got me.
What was his real name? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
Was it Larry Latham?
What's the other one's name?
Well, shoot, I just had it up. That's Moondog.
Jamie
Larry
worked with the
Wayne
Moondog.
Booker or Moondog Spot with Larry Latham.
I think it was Larry Latham.
All right, he now owns a place in bomb people in Ocil,
A
Arkansas.
funeral home?
A funeral home.
Okay, clearly it's that one because the other one's dead.
And he had a reality show
That's
called
where the wrestling came from.
Wrestling with Death. Yeah, and they do they have wrestling in Ocil
So
as well.
this guy was super nice. And let me tell you what, him and Mike Cole did not get along. And I started talking to do about wrestling, and it was like, man, if my conduit's in your way, tell me, I'll move it. That dude was super nice.
Oh, it's nice.
But he told me a story. We talked a lot. I didn't really do a whole lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, Mankind,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
What else did he go by?
Cactus Jack. Love is a piece. Love. What was that?
What was his real name?
Love.
That's what's my. As I'm
Dude
trying to-
Love. Dude Love or something like
It
that.
was
It
Dude
was.
Love.
Buddy Love or
His
something.
real
Mick
name.
Foley.
Mick Foley.
Mick
That's
Foley.
it.
He told me.
Sacco. That's
Sacco.
Yeah, that's Hoggo.
Hago and Sacco.
So Mick Foley, he told me that he was one of the nicest human beings you'd ever meet. He said that like if you was just in conversation talking about
He's smart too.
he said like
Mick Foley-
if somebody said that a truck note due and they were tight on money, it just had a water cash. put their
Mick Foley had
pocket.
like a genius IQ. He was
Yeah.
up there on the charts, and dude had a high pain threshold.
Oh yeah.
That one between he and Undertaker in the cage match, I remember watching it live. I never watched much wrestling. I've never seen a match.
With that much blood.
He got thrown through. It knocked a tooth out that came out his nose.
Yeah, it came out his nose.
There's a whole documentary
His
about
nose?
that.
I didn't
match.
see that
Oh
one.
yeah,
His
it came
tooth
out his
went
nose
through
and kept
his
going. Oh, it was
plate
It
went
was wild.
as large as his nose.
Okay.
Mad respect.
All right, look, Marty, let's play us out of here, Marty Mar. I think you hit the wrong button.
No, he got it.
No, that's the intro. There we go.
We're still learning over here.
I didn't know I had the intro.
There
We
we
gotta
go.
have a
All right.
intro, outro.
We're going to say Marty last so he can cuss that truck again. Jamie, parting words. Gary.
I am feeling hungry, Reptar now. Hungry.
You filling him up?
Yep.
Marty Mar, what you got to say?
Hey, watch where you take your vehicle to if you're getting it worked on.
Look, go hit the like button if you want to hear Marty anger stories. We got tons of them. I know he seems to be like this real nice guy, but he's really has anger issues. But look, thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button. We got some bourbon videos going to be dropping maybe tonight or last night. But thanks for coming by. Love y'all.
Help me, Marty.